I'm glad I always checked to make sure I did not do anything weird with the settings. I think it's funny to sometimes people do like jump around and they stop when they see me. They're probably just like, what? And I'm not even sure if this costume you could get. I'm pretty sure you can. Oh, but not. Why did I go over here for? That was strange. Yeah, speaking of other weird things, I saw the. It looks like the anime version of Kingdom Hearts is like a real thing, made between Square Enix, Mappa, Disney, and I forgot the other group. But people online are saying, "Ah, man, please, Mappa, don't make it woke." It's like, oh wow, it's another set of people who can't read or they don't have media comprehension skills. Because I'm like, Sora is like essentially like five different people in like one person, and or like five characters are him, and was a one of them is like kind of like a woman too. So it's like women, what are you talking about? I just hate it when people like start talking about woke and stuff. I'm like, yeah, if you like any kind of like cool media stuff, it's probably gonna be woke as hell. Like, but yeah, most people who say that word, they generally don't understand what that word means. So their version of it is like everything I don't like is their definition. So yeah, just a lot of motherfuckers can't read. And of course, the people who chimed in were probably like JJK fans who just also can't read, and they're still mad about things. Probably upset that they can't read. Oh, and I think I'm not sure if I read this correctly, but it might be that on Monday, that we'll see. Like tomorrow's stream, we'll know that the level cap of the weapons are going to higher. So I'm like, I hope not. Not that I even like was really worked on this tier of weapons. So it's like for me, I won't have to worry. But like every time I get kind of close, then it just because I haven't really been running these dungeons because some of these dungeons are annoying as hell. The like this boss right here, even on the super easy mode, if I let the battle play out and I don't follow the mechanics, the boss will start one-shotting the whatever character it has its eyes or little sights set on. Okay. I'm thinking that's why you have to go to these trees. The trees have some kind of stuff that kind of stops this little rampage. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot the other gear that I have. I don't think I even wore that for yesterday's stuff. Yeah. And on a good happy note, it looks like our guild leader is coming back to Final Fantasy 14. Now I just have to convince the rest of the crew of like Noodle Nightmares, a lot of them to join Final Fantasy 14 again. Yeah, 'cause I think I'm the like yeah, like you was right. Like I was talking, I think I'm not sure. Did we talk on the stream yesterday? I'm not sure if it was part of the stream or was it afterwards. But yeah, I'm like still one of the few people that like are still playing Final Fantasy 14 after like those many years. Sorry, it's probably because I like the anime style. I like Final Fantasy in general. So it's like all the little like stuff that I like. That game just had it all. So that's why I continue to play it. Like I don't play any game that I dislike. This one included. Like I like Blue Protocol, so that's why I play it. Yeah, I'm not about to play any game that like irritates me or anything. I even said the same thing with I did the survey for Arc Knight's Enfield yesterday, And some of the stuff is like, oh, like, what do you like about the game? What do you not? Would you recommend it? And I was like, yeah, I'll recommend the game. The game looks really nice, right? The battle system is good enough where like it's not like you could go super in depth and try to get your rotation, or you could just like get like uh oh, shoot. Hold on one moment. Yeah, you get a lot of potentials, which means like just a lot of copies of the character. You can make them strong enough where they can brute force everything. But I was like, that's not fun. Like I kind of wanted, I do the rotation and stuff like that. I don't follow it strictly, right? I do kind of brute force it, but like I do have to do the rotation kind of thing. And the last patch, they had a boss and his music and all that was really cool. So it's like, yes, like, cause I think in the other servers I wrote like the bad guy or the enemy characters are lame. Like you don't have cool enemies. Like you don't have like a Akatsuki or something like that, right? Like a group of like enemies that you're like, oh, okay. Like I wish one of them becomes playable because they're kind of cool. Because it feels like the enemy characters right now, it's like, yeah, they ain't gonna be playable anytime soon. Like, cause they're kind of like more like they're like plot centric like bosses. So like they're pretty much doing this stuff where they vague talk or like, yeah, the thing is happening on this, and they just be saying like some stuff. You're like, well, I don't. What is that? But yeah, because of that, right? Like, I think they just need to have like, you know, some of the lower level like Akatsuki members were just like, oh, what is this guy? He's just violent and wants to fight. How about this one? He's greedy and wants to fight. This one, he just likes killing things. Like, they had some of those kind of like, no, like, they're cool, yet like they're very shallow in their motivations. Same thing with like even like JJK, right? Like Chogo had more like he had like goals and stuff. Like he's like, okay, I want to do these kind of things and stuff. Then you have people like Mahito who's kind of like, I'm just here just to have a good time. Or like same thing with Sukuna. He's like, I just want to kill things and not be bored. And if I get bored, I'm probably gonna off myself to reincarnate again or something like that, right? Like that's the reason why they were a threat because like at least in their case, right? Like they're not planning anything, but there's more stuff is straightforward. Like this is what I want, and I'm gonna just do whatever I want to get to that thing, which is also dangerous. But yeah, sometimes it's good to have like bad guys like that instead of just all of them are being like Aizen level, like playing fucking 5D chess all the time. It's good to just have some simple bad guys. Like, oh, why is he bad? Oh, because he's bad. So sometimes it's just good to do that. Good to have a bad guy like that. So what in the hell are you writing, baby? Like, oh, I think it, it was it, what you call it? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? No, it pretty much censored my name. That's too funny. I was like, what in the hell is this guy writing? Ah, too funny, too funny. Yeah, how's it going, man? I'm playing this game that I'm just doing the dailies and just yapping, doing a yapping stream as per usual. Uh, anyone else saw that? Like, is that his nickname? No. Yeah, Tarkov is that stuff is like to me. I think just difficult. So I'm like, I could never really get into it without like getting too irritated. Kind of like that's the reason why I never got into what was it? Arc, where like people just steal your gear. I'm like, can't do it. Oh no. kill all these things. Yeah, or like the new one now, which is Marathon. Yeah, playing that game and yeah, that's crazy. Like I would get too angry. Like even I was getting angry in like Fortnite playing that one. Where like first I was just like I was playing it kind of to unlock the battle pass, but as time goes on, I'm just like, why am I even doing this? Like I'm grinding super hard and finding like probably like going against like 12-year-olds that are like really good at the game. Yeah, like was a shaving away my own life to play Fortnite, but yeah, now I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. I do casually jump on it every once in a while though. Yeah, those Fortnite kids are too good. I cannot. Unfortunately, like before my staple game was Destiny 2, but you probably heard the stories of what happened to Destiny 2, and it's a shame. And yeah, unfortunately, like I'm not doing marathon, even though like the developers thought, oh yeah, people just jump on marathon instead. Like nah, I'm not. I think the player numbers are not doing too well over there too, because people are just kind of how they treated the Bungie devs and stuff. I think people are just kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna jump on to marathon. Like, why invest so much time where I'm not sure when they'll just like destroy the game? Yeah, and plus that game's like very brutal too. Like, there's like a raid you could do in the game where essentially you're fighting a raid boss, and then someone like you get the cool gear by fighting beating the raid boss, and someone could just like gank you right afterward and take the weapon that you just got fighting that one raid boss for like 30 minutes. I was like, oh hell no. So it couldn't be me. Yeah, this game's just very comfy. If you have anyone who wants to play a MMO and they're saying stuff like, "Oh, like no, MMOs are too hard, like the modern ones. Let them play this because this is very easy." And then that's how you get their foot in the door with the whole MMO stuff. Yeah, RuneScape is yeah, that is true. RuneScape is always there. I'll have to make sure it's run on green. Yeah, RuneScape did try to do like RuneScape 2 and all this other stuff. Then they realized, wait a minute, people just like the classic RuneScape, so they went back and just stuck with the classic RuneScape, which I thought was a smart idea. I mean, look how much people still play MapleStory. People still play that game. I mean, every once in a while, like I do go back and kind of like just look at what are the new characters. But yeah, but at least now I still have my Final Fantasy 14 to fall back on. I need to finish up leveling in that game. My was it not my actual main jobs, but the so craftsman like the gathering and crafting jobs. I have them at 90, so I just need to level them up like 10 more levels. I've just been putting that off until a little bit later. Like in this game though, my crafting is pretty good. Yeah, they're all like pretty high up there. Of course, I do a lot of smelting, so I just like doing that the most. Mining and that. Let me see what I have 1,000 of that. You know what? I probably need more of these ones, the silver ones. Yeah, I definitely love was it mining and smelting things. I think it was like most of the games I end up doing that. Like in this game, there's like a cap on like how much you can mine because it's like no, the gotcha kind of rules of like energy costs and stuff like that. But in Final Fantasy 14, there are times where like I'll have like a documentary on in the background and I'll be mining something for like 2 or 3 hours straight. And just be just like doing nothing and just doing that. Oh, this way. This way. Yeah, yesterday was a scary story stream where I just like said some scary stories about was it when I was like living in Okinawa, and then we had a our appearance of Bam. Then we talked about some of the stuff of Connecticut, some of the scary places back over there, like the was it abandoned asylum that was very close by to where we went to school, which I never went to. Like I was offered. They're like, hey, you want to go and check that out? I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to get haunted. Yeah, even some of the places we used to do watch at on base was like all old, run down, and there's a few I think that they shut off once like during our time, where they're like, yeah, this place is too scary, like it's too sketchy, and inside this one facility it was like so old. Yeah, the whole place was like falling apart. I remember that. Then you could hear footsteps behind you as you did watch. Oh yeah. Dude, I remember I saw a person who I went to relieve him on the watch, and he heard some noises and he was like freaking out. And then before his relief came in, he bolted. He's like, "Oh hell no, I can't take it anymore," and he left. I said, "Oh," and I was the rover and he was the petty officer deck, and then I just had to just kind of sit there. I was like, oh, I guess the petty officer deck is gone, so I guess I'm the petty officer deck now. Yeah, but that whole building, they closed it down like I think a month or two, and I stood to watch there twice. Yeah, that place was freaky. There's like so many places, and it's probably because it's like, yeah, the old 13 colonies. But yeah, man, it's been nice talking with you. Yeah, and I'm like on here like every day, so whenever you get some time, if you just see me on, just stop by, and yeah, you can see me just doing daily stuff in this game. Yeah, talk to you later, man. Oh yeah, it'd probably be like next time I do one of those streams, I'll let you know that you can share some of your scary stories too. Yeah, one day we'll have everyone that we know share their scary stories. Yeah, I think the scary stories I shared yesterday was only 30 minutes worth of. Or actually, no, it was like the stream was about an hour, but like I didn't even get into the nitty gritty of like some of the more famous ones of Okinawa. I could probably go on now that I gauged how long I could yap about that stuff. Damn, I think 2 stories, depending on how the timing, will probably be about an hour. 2 stories. Yeah, I didn't even get to the Japan story yet, the mainland Japan, Atsugi-based stories. For all the people who are stationed over there. My craziest stories are from there. Everyone, if you look at yesterday's was a stream with the scary stories, that's only like the tip of the iceberg from the Okinawa ones. I didn't get to one of the really main famous ones of Okinawa. Oh yeah, I should go. No, do I need to? No, never mind. I got distracted. Yeah, I didn't even go into the other nitty gritty of some of the other stories that I have from Okinawa. Like there's the main one that everyone knows. Tidbit is It was Cadena base. That's the main one. The other ones, let me see. Other ones are Foster base. Leicester has another one, but that one is kind of like I don't know too much about it. Like, I talked about the haunted gate, but the other stuff inside the base because there's like Leicester base, the base with the hospital on it, is like divided into like old Leicester and new Leicester for the housing. Old Leicester, there's like I wouldn't call it like it's like the duplexes and stuff, and I would almost say they were like I want to say abandoned wouldn't be quite the word, right? But there are some places that people just don't use anymore. I think they're about to like demolish the building, but at the time, there was like a bunch of buildings where like it was empty, and it's not like they were empty for a very long time. They were empty for just like maybe a year, maybe. But the insides were just, yeah, it felt like when you looked inside, you're like, oh, okay, it's like old as hell. It's like dilapidated. But because the reason why I say this, because oh, this is not a scary story. We were like, I don't know, we were like just messing around with one building, and I was like on the roof of it. We were all hanging on the roof and something like that, right? And the roof broke, and then it went to like the second floor. And the second floor, it was like it was very dark, of course, right? So a lot of the windows and stuff were kind of like boarded. I don't want to say boarded up, but something similar to that. You just didn't like we couldn't see out the windows or something, or maybe it was dirty. I don't know. But I just remember we hit this one couch there, right? We're like, oh shit, like. It wasn't like that high, but it was enough to be like, huh. And yeah, I just remember like we hit like the ground, we touched the ground, and there's a bunch of spiders, man. And the spiders all like crawled away, and I was like, oh, that messed me up. I think that was probably worse than if it was just ghosts. At that point, I would have rather have ghosts and stuff instead of just a bunch of actual spiders everywhere. Yeah, so I mean, technically, if you don't like ghosts or no, don't like spiders, I guess that's probably worse. Like, oh, this story is even worse than if they actually he was telling or talking about ghosts. Like, oh no. Yeah, that one was my. There's a few spider stories, and I don't want to think about them. Like, I don't want to think about those stories. Like, remember those times that you just happen to run into a bunch of spiders? Remember that? How awful that was? Yeah, it was very bad. Now I gotta look inside these carts, because I didn't, and there was a treasure box in there. Oh, and a little note. Oh, we got some stuff. But yeah, there. Oh, okay, never mind. Almost got distracted. Yeah. There's 2 stories, about an hour. I'm trying to think of how many more. I know I have at least 3 good ones for the Okinawa arc still. I'm sure in my mind, I'm not trying to like say it out loud because then you guys are expect. But there's like the main one where everyone knows. There's at least 2 on Foster Base, and I did kind of hint at a few things during last time, so I had to probably recap some of that part. Because I was like making hints at like what the next stories are going to be. So that's why I kind of brought up like little like, you might think is my usual random tangents, but it wasn't. It was actually like no important to the plot. So yeah, so that'll be probably next week, maybe. Yeah, maybe next week we'll at least finish up that arc, and maybe I'll save the other ones for Halloween time. So it'll be our spooky time, or I could save it for next year. But I do like And plus, that would give me like there'll be a part 2 at least, like coming soon. Part 3 might be like next year thing, depending on like how many stories that if I could gather. If I could gather a lot of America stories, then I might do it in October. Yeah, October or earlier. And if everyone sends me their scary stories on the, or if you go to our YouTube page, I'm not sure if I could link it into the. I had to figure out like other people's like Twitch and stuff looks better. So if I could link it on that, I will. Once I figure it out. I also need to figure out this PNG tubing stuff too, so I need to work on. That'll be my homework for this week. But yeah, I will try to like. If you go to the YouTube site, you'll definitely see the link to our email. So if you have scary stories and you're like, oh man, I want them to like read out the scary story that I have, then just put it or send it to the email. Then we'll read them out, and we'll probably have Sabam from yesterday. We'll have him read it out loud. Our guild leader from Final Fantasy 14. He's the one that technically got me into it, even though my brother did initially tell me about 14. Because he's like, oh yeah, the buttons are like what's it, Xenoblade. Yeah, that's how he got me into it. I put a lot of hours into Xenoblade, the first one. Like I played that game a lot. I really like that game. And technically, like Xenoblade, I mean, would be closer to this game, like, to be real. But yeah, pretty much I think when he did ask me to play 14, he didn't realize that I would like stay in the game. So like, he, this bastard, I should have told him this like yesterday. Like he essentially like for other new members of our guild, he would give him like he would like before he would try to get a lot of people to join, right, like our guild. And he would like give him things and like, oh yeah, here's some guild and stuff, right? Just like join our guild. And I was like, for me, he gave me fucking nothing. I was like, this guy gave me nothing. He's like, oh, I didn't think you the guy that kept on playing still. I'm like, yep. I still play that game. Technically I play this game more, but okay, that was strange. Why did it? Yeah, that was weird. Like all of a sudden it like turned backwards. I'm not sure, maybe that area was like a weird boundary where it made me turn backwards. Oh no. Okay. There. Generally I should come over here to get more of these rocks. Nah, that's what I'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do that. But yeah, the scary story stuff, I'm glad that at least I was able to pace myself yesterday. Like, that was my biggest concern. Like, I hope I don't blow through, like, sometimes when I get overly, what would be the word? I don't want to say overly excited. Like, it's more like, yeah, it's like, I could, like, essentially make a 1 hour speech. I could make it to a 30-minute speech depending on how, like, hyped I am or something, I guess. I'll think of a better word next time. But yeah, like, that's what I was worried about yesterday. I'm like, I hope I don't blow through all my fuel that early. But then, as I was saying, it's like, oh, okay, I'm able to, like, kind of put some more, like, or like kind of draw it out a little bit more, or like emphasize certain points, the creepiness of it, right? Like, to make people understand, like, oh yeah, this was weird. So now that I was able to do that, I was like, okay, now I have a little bit more confidence that I could, at least when I tell the other stories, and like I won't blow through them too quick, so that's good. And then of course, BAM helped take the edge off some of the scariness. That's why we called it a little bit of idle chatter, because to say that in Japanese, it'll be Zatsudan, which is kind of like a play on words. I'm like, oh, it's Kaidan and Zatsudan. Alright. It's like telling scary Japanese stories and also idle chatter. I mean, I think anyone who knows some Japanese would be like, ah, I see what he did there. Yeah, then, I mean, afterwards, after we ended the stream, that's why I was like, okay, before the stream goes on too long, it deviates too far from the scary stories, so like, that's why I was gonna end it a little bit quicker, but I was like, oh yeah, let me just try to end it now before we go on even more tangents, because now, for anyone who knows, I go on tangents pretty quickly. Okay, we'll take a look over here. About a sneeze. Okay. Yeah, everyone's hit with allergies over here. Like, mine's is like not great, but I'm just allergic to different things than everyone else. Yeah, whatever I'm allergic to is different. I say because I'm different. It'd be great if I just didn't have allergies. That would be better. That would be best case scenario for me. Yeah. It was like me back in Guam, Connecticut, Hawaii, oh yeah, Japan. No. Okinawa, I didn't have any allergies. Mainland Japan, I did have some. But I think that one was like just the cherry blossom. And it didn't help during the time, whatever, like, that thing in China has someone like, I'm not sure what the hell it was. It was like someone like crop thing happened that was over there. And because like someone like dust came from over there to mainland Japan, and that's what like was like messing me up really bad. I forgot, it was the thing with like their crops. Some of the crops were like really messed up over there. Something like that happened. It wasn't a wildfire, because that sometimes happens over here where like you get a wildfire from somewhere else or even in the state, and then that just destroys me. Honestly, it's kind of like interesting to look outside and you just like see like you think it's like really dark out there, but then you're like, oh no, it's actually no, just the dust from the ash from whatever wildfire that's happening. It's like really surreal. It's surreal there. Yep. And guys, don't forget to do all your look in your shops and all that stuff, because the daily reset's gonna happen. And with that, you guys have a good one.
Bye-bye.
I will research how to do the PNG tubing stuff, and I'll try to set up the Twitch side a little bit better. But yeah, if you have any scary stories, since we're probably going to do part 2 probably this upcoming weekend, on maybe Saturday. But if something happens up, we'll push it to Sunday. But yeah, just take if you have any scary stories that you want us to read out on the stream, then definitely send it to the email that's linked into the YouTube side. I should probably put it in the description too. I'll remember to do that. Yeah, I'll definitely, if you go on the YouTube side, I will definitely put it in, and I will try to add it into the Twitch side as well, all for the Kaidan stream. So with that, everyone, you guys have a good one. Take care. I hope you guys were able to get energized during the weekend, and I hope the scary stories didn't scare you too much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you guys take care. Peace out.